Hello and welcome to yet another tutorial of Project Succession. Today we are talking about uh, conditional triggers. Conditional triggers in Project Succession are three. We have the conditional polling, we have the threshold monitor, and we have the state change detector. These three nodes are fairly similar because you can maybe even like do the same things with them. But in general, what they do is they define a custom JSON configuration for a data source and then have a condition. So these two nodes here are like looking for a value in this JSON configuration, right, in this data source. And then they pull or like they look for a threshold um, and based on conditions then they fire. The conditional polling is a little bit different because you not only define the data source with the JSON string but also the condition. So this is the most flexible one. So what I did here in the data source, I actually used this a little parameter um, parameter script where I use a GitHub URL, but instead of passing in my authorization directly, I use a secret handle. This allows me to keep the graph secure and not exposing secrets. And this is also why I'm using a data like a parameter expression there. Coming to the condition, as I said, is a JSON struct, which then just looks into the data source. I just showed you the data source being a GitHub job, right? The most recent GitHub job of a specific uh, GitHub action workflow. And the condition here is actually an OR condition, and it has like a when left equals right, or if left equals right, the second one here. So you can chain multiple conditions together and then do either AND or here. So there's, just to quickly show you this, there's a documentation available also if you look for conditional triggers and conditions, which explains like all the different types of conditions and also the different types of data sources, which come a little bit down. Here you have the value types, JSON, path, walking, etc. Yep, in this case, I poll every 600 seconds. This is like every 10 minutes. I actually do one request. Hey, did something change? I don't need it that frequently. Every 10 minutes is fine. And whenever something changes, so not always, but only when the previous result from the previous polling is different to what I have now with the most recent polling, then I actually fire. I then wait a second just to ensure this provide string node here runs first, because what I want to have here is actually my Slack ID. And I use this later down the road. I just provide the string here. Then I check what the status of this completed job is. And if the completed job is in progress, then I just say, okay, my content build just started. And if it's not in progress, I check for the conclusion. And if the conclusion is success, I say, okay, it actually succeeded, otherwise it failed. And with this little listener, it's like very self-contained, right? I didn't need to touch the CI at all for this. I can just deploy that and then get notifications whenever I need it. And this is a great use case of conditional triggers. I just wanted to quickly showcase you this feature, and have a great day. Cheers.